And that's the perfect way to open this stream with a loud
With a
slurping
woman
noise.
slurping. A
Theo
woman slurping.
says,
Oh,
why do you
no.
gotta stream so late? Well, here's why, Theos. Because some people are awake during certain times of the day, and other people are awake during other times of the day. And
This is when we do our demonic rituals in order to not have to sleep.
And
Did True hop in right when we went live?
Of course.
Oh. Was
God
that him,
damn
or
it,
was that-
True. Oh.
Okay, anyway.
Was that him or was that Prague?
You guys should fucking kill yourselves
It's
for
Prague.
sharing
Go to
camera
sleep,
photos.
Prague. You're a good guy. Go to sleep.
What? Oh man.
Prague, we're about to read a story of Sally Acorn dying, and Sonic is like, Sally, no!
But you should all.
Sally! I'll kill everyone to avenge you!
So I guess we'll just, I'll start off and then we'll rotate through. Sound good?
Alright.
I'm not reading. Fuck that shit, dude.
Okay. Sally!
Get
Alright,
the fuck out of here.
if this is not funny, then we'll just stop. And I'll just delete the
Okay.
stream. Like, if it's not funny, like, the only reason why I'm reading this is because this is personally recommended by,
Oh god damn, there's 21 chapters.
but yeah, there's 21, but they're all super short, like 5-minute chapters.
Shorter than your dick.
This
Wait.
is
Get the fuck out of here.
this is personally recommended by Lil Sonic. And since we're kind of taking a small break away from Ultimate Harem for a bit, I figured this might be, this might be a good story to look
I never
into.
saw. Oh wait, it is a Son Alley story. I mean, it is a Son Amy story. Isn't
Yeah,
it
it
That's
starts
why they
with
kill
Sonic and-
Sally immediately.
Yeah, according to the description, Sally dies, and Amy is the fucking knight in shining armor for Sonic to.
One day, fucking
fuck's
Eggman in
sakes.
an alternate universe is driving his car drunk.
Yeah, so I guess
fucking runs into Sally. Yeah.
if we end up liking the story, it would be the prequel to Amy Doll.
Sally dies, and then Amy starts dating him, and then she dies too.
God damn it! Why do all these fucking women keep dying?
Who will kiss my boo boos now?
All right, so
to the mic.
so I'll just start off. Chapter 1. Oh, by the way, it's called This Woman's Work. I have no idea why it's called
What
that.
the fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
Woman work?
Anyway,
Women don't work. They fucking get in the kitchen.
and
Oh,
work
shit.
on my sandwiches. All right, anyway, Chapter 1. Sonic stood outside the room. All he could hear outside were screams of pain.
Oh baby.
Wait,
oh baby.
Does
right
he mean
there.
does he mean inside? He stood outside the room. All he could hear outside were screams of pain. Does he mean inside? Okay. Pray,
This doesn't sound very good.
pray God you can cope, he thought as he wondered
Sonic
what
is
the fuck
Christian.
he's trying to say.
Fro cross? What the fuck? Fro across.
He thought as he paced to and fro across the room. It sort of makes sense. Please be okay, he prayed. His lover,
Why is Sonic
Sally.
religious all of a sudden? This is
His
fucking stupid.
lover? I think you mean his love. When you say lover, it makes me think male pronouns for some reason. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Ruh-roh.
His lover, Sally Acorn, was giving birth to his child.
What?
Oh no!
She dies in childbirth.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Bro.
Their
It
first.
wasn't even Eggman's fault this time.
Oh my god! Their first child that they had longed for. With
So
him.
then that's what was the other child's name? One was Manic. What did they name the other one Sonia, or did it have?
Yeah,
a
yeah,
different
yeah.
name?
No, it was Manic and
That's
Sonia.
stupid.
With
Oh,
With him stood his friends, all of the freedom fighters, and everyone else were waiting with him. Everyone? Damn. So all of Mobius was just
The
outside.
whole of Mobius, yeah,
Yeah.
just...
with
They
him.
Eggman
shouldn't
was
be
right there
freedom
holding-
fighters at
holding a
this
fucking
point.
gun to
When
Sally's face.
Sonic has kids in the future, he's like king. He's King Sonic at that point.
Yeah.
But whatever. Alternate reality.
Everyone else were waiting with him. With him stood a pretty pink hedgehog, Amy Rose.
Oh no, no bias here. No bias here at
Are
all.
they gonna
She's so
fuck right
pretty.
after Sally gives birth?
Probably.
I don't know. I haven't read it before, Prague. It'll be okay,
Miss.
Sonic, she whispered. She'll be okay.
Fucking Amez the Hedgehog is trying to comfort him.
Sonic looked at her briefly, then continued to pace up and down the room. That's awkward, so he just looks at her and doesn't even reply.
Probably right at the boobs. Right at the boobs. Like, oh,
fuck you afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Man, where the fuck is Dr. Quack when you need him?
I know you a little life in you yet. I know you have a lot of strength left, Sonic whispered as he listened to the screams and cries coming from the delivery room. After about
Perfectly
5
healthy,
minutes.
Sonic. She's just
Is
lost
this
the
written
will
by
to
Little
live.
Sonic?
No, this is
No.
recommended and endorsed by Lil Sonic though.
Oh, what the fuck?
Fucking Sonic rises off of the operating table. Eggman looks over at him and Sonic says, "How, Sally? I'm afraid in your fit of rage you killed her." No, she was
No.
alive. I felt it. No.
Sammy!
All right, so this is all one sentence. Sonic whispered as he listened to the screams and cries coming from the delivery room. After about 5 minutes, the screaming finally stopped. Sonic stopped pacing and looked up at the door.
How come Sonic wasn't with her while she was giving birth?
That's a great question because this is retarded and obviously what's happened, he
It's not
thought.
like she was fucking in a coma or some shit.
All of the freedom fighters also looked up and held their breath. This person does not know how to use commas, by the way. What's up, he thought, would be one sentence. All the freedom fighters looked up and held their breath is another sentence, not a fucking goddamn it.
Trying to hold my breath, but I can't. I'm too
Just then, a nurse came out of the room with a sad look on her face. Oh no!
Womp, womp.
Oh god!
Ruh-roh.
Mr. Hedgehog, she said solemnly. Sonic looked up at her. What is it? He asked in a dreading voice, as Sonic usually has, of course. The nurse led him to one side. The rest of the freedom fighters waited with bated breath. I'm sorry, whispered
Gasp.
the nurse. I'm so sorry. Sonic looked up at her with tears in his eyes. He began to shake his
this
head.
Can't be.
No!
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Let me have some of her hair.
Sonic felt his knees buckle beneath him. I'm so sorry, whispered the nurse. Dylan, read right here. What's happened?
What's happened? Oh,
That's
what's
Bunny, you
happened?
fucking
Said
dipshit.
Bunny. Well, I'm a psychic now. I can read ahead into the future. Thank
Psychopath.
you.
I mean psychic. Oh,
Her,
no.
her stomach lurching. Antoine put his arm around her. Rotor and Tails hugged each other because they're gay now. Knuckles and Julie Sue held each other, treading what he was about to say.
They held each other's dreadlocks.
The nurse looked up with sadness. I am gonna have to ask you to wait here, she said.
Do you want your child to be circumcised?
I need to speak with Mr.
I don't know.
I need to speak with Mr. Hedgehog. Bunny nodded, trying to hold her in her terror and worry for her friend.
Jesus.
Antoine held her close. The nurse led Sonic into the delivery room. Sonic was whipping his tears. Oh, is it wiping? Did they spell it right? I think they spelled it wrong.
It is spelled right. It is spelled right.
Okay,
Yeah.
he was wiping his tears
Whipping.
with his white glove. He wore his white glove today. This is his ultimate harem.
Ruh-roh.
He
Hold on.
walked in slowly. Oh,
We need a sad song during this sad moment.
the Incredible Hulk, or are you gonna play that fucking song from Sonic Adventure?
Okay, here we go. I got some sad music going.
He walked in slowly. He saw the lifeless body of his lover. Say wife. Just call her his wife or something.
Woman.
Sally. Her beautiful blue eyes were closed. Her long auburn hair framed her beautiful face, and her hands were folded on her chest. Because that's what doctors do, by the way.
Yeah.
Sonic walked over to her side. He collapsed onto her body.
Like
And
tackle her.
started sobbing. Sally, he whispered. Sal, my beautiful Sal. Tears ran down. It sounds like I'm saying sow, like a cow, but whatever. Down his cheeks and stung his eyes. He looked up at her face, the beautiful ground squirrel. Wait, what? Ground squirrel. The beautiful ground squirrel.
Yep.
Okay, ground squirrel. That's the plural we're using here. Good. Was so still and cold, but still beautiful. So beautiful. Sonic clutched her cold hands.
I'm glad that you
tears
think
filled
so,
his eyes.
author.
Can you give me a minute with this corpse
I'm just
here?
letting you know, I, the author, think that she is in fact beautiful. Sonic doesn't think
Streaming
that.
rivers as he looked at her pale face. He was heartbroken.
Her pale brown
You know what? I
face.
actually kind of want to read this.
Did her
shit.
fur change color because she died?
Just then, the nurse walked up to him, holding something in a white bundle. "I'm sorry, Mr. Hedgehog," she said. Her eyes were filled with tears. Sonic looked up at her. His sight was blurry from the tears. "I'm afraid your daughter's not breathing properly."
Daughter?
No.
You should have just killed her from the beginning. Like, why is she gonna live in this story?
Everyone I
There's
love
nothing
is
more we
dying!
can you want to hold her? Sonic nodded slowly as he tried to hold back the tears.
Meanwhile, Eggman's just looking in
nurse-
through the window, just laughing.
Good. Very good indeed.
Shouldn't
The
baby
nurse
be
placed the child into his arms.
What the?
Sonic looked into the bundle. More tears rolled down his cheeks. There,
Oh
in
my
the bundle, was
God.
a beautiful baby hedgehog girl, hedgehog female, with tiny brown quills and
Oh,
auburn
oh, she
hair.
wasn't
That
mixed?
happens when you mix breed. Yeah. Well, in the comics, the daughter was a squirrel, well, chipmunk, whatever, and the son was a hedgehog. So I don't know what they're going with here, but chestnut fur. Eliza whispered. What the fuck?
Alyssa.
Alyssa whispered. Sonic kissing the child on the forehead. "Please don't go. Daddy needs you."
Oh god, this is
Baby
so...
let out a few gasps. and
What
opened
is
her
wrong
eyes.
with this
She looked
story?
up at her father. Then her eyes closed and she stopped breathing. At the same time, the line of the machine went flat. That's not. They don't put that on babies. No. This story's wrong. How is he holding her? How is he holding her? She has a fucking heart monitor hooked to her.
He has
the
arms.
hell is
That's how
this?
he's holding her.
Why did somebody write this? Why?
Went
Damn,
flat,
why?
And a loud beeping sound. Sonic felt tears in his eyes. His emotions strangled at him, at his throat. "No," he whispered.
No.
"No!" he said loudly.
No.
Please. He hugged the child tightly and sobbed into her tiny, fragile body.
You're hugging
"Please,"
a corpse,
he
dude.
whispered.
Gotta stop
"Don't
this
leave
shit.
me, please. Don't go. Where can I
The
follow?
bodies
Where
hit
can
the
I
floor.
not follow?"
The bodies hit the floor.
The whisper. The nurse and the doctor. I hope it's Dr. Quack, so we at least get something sad AM or fucking Archie here. Tried to hold back their own tears as they watched the heartbroken Blue Blur hero weeping for the loss of his wife and child.
What
Why don't they
the
just
fuck
get
is
fucking
wrong with this
Elise
story?
and bring him back to life?
You know, we were having a great time making fun of it, but
the
everyone's
hell?
dead already, and it's not even. Well.
What the
I mean,
hell?
I want to see how Amy rebounds this. That's
Yeah.
what I'm interested in.
What the-
So, want to hang out, son?
Oh my
Amy's
God.
like,
Hey,
we should have the pig
Here,
pad
just-
support, right?
Just
What
throw this
the
corpse over here. Hey, how you doing, handsome?
What? Who wrote this? Who wrote this?
It looks at the credits. Ian Flynn.
Blood Rain 666. Of
Oh,
course.
come on.
What
I
is
hit
your
my
problem?
finger at your username.
My God.
Okay, switch readers.
Yeah, chapter 2.
Chapter goes.
Go ahead, Jill.
Okay, I'm ready for the feels. Oh, hold on. No, it's not loading. Give me like 1 second.
I can read it. I can read it.
No, I can do it. I want to be an adult. I want to be an adult.
We have
Okay.
the two Mexicans fighting for readership.
I'll read
Okay.
it. After a while, the doctor and the nurse let the other freedom fighters come in so they could see their dead leader and princess. What the fuck? Are they both dead?
No,
Yeah, they did.
they
They're
meant
pretty
that.
So they could see their dead leader and princess. Oh, okay, never mind.
No, they're saying she's a princess and a leader. They're just not a good
Okay.
writer.
Or she was the queen and the daughter was the princess. Your interpretation.
Oh, I see.
That is. Bunny came in with Antoine.
Bunny came. Oh, that's
Ugh.
As soon as she saw the lifeless form of Sally, she fell to her knees and started giving Antoine a blowjob. And
You
rested her
sound,
face on the
you sound like the fucking guy. You sound like fucking Dylan Chills. Fell down to her knees.
Fell down to her knees.
Yeah, Sally, she cried. Sally. I'm giving her a goofy voice because that's the closest I
Yup.
can do to a southern voice. Then she burst into loud sobs. Antoine began to cry silently, too, looking at the dead princess.
What the
Man,
fuck?
this is really fucking depressing.
What the hell is the matter with this person? Why did you write this? God.
They're really trying to play it off like it's serious.
They're
This
how
fucking
can
cartoony world.
there's literally I mean this story is about Amy literally rebounding with Sonic. You can't
man.
start it off this
It gets
sad.
worse. It gets worse.
I think Theo says it perfect. Hey, I just lost my wife and child over at Chili Dog Tales. Like that's the tone we're working with here.
I mean,
the
they did
fucking
the same
hyperactive
shit.
blue hedgehog.
The only
having
difference-
actual depression.
The only difference between this story and the King's Rules is that Sonic's not like Tails isn't coming up and saying, "Come to my place and I'll make you feel all better, Sonic." That's the only difference because they literally did the same thing when Sonic was
They did
burying
play off
Bunny.
the bunny death. Yeah, the bunny
Yeah.
death was handled pretty seriously in that story, except for when he fucking fingered her. One more for old time's sake.
He then caught sight of the dead little hedgehog in Sonic's arms. Oh, Sonic! He cried, putting his hand on his to his mouth. I'm so sorry, Sonic. I'm so sorry. Sonic didn't. look
Antoine,
at
can't you
up
stop talking in that fucking accent for 1 second? This is serious.
I am
He
so
does-
sorry, Sonic. Antoine,
Yeah.
stop
Wait,
it.
my
Oh,
friends were dead.
I
did
am.
not
I'm
know.
sorry. I guess I'm not actually French Sonic. My bad.
Titi croissant.
Wait, can I have a croissant? He just sobbed as he continued to hold his dead daughter and looked at Sally's lifeless form.
Damn.
Weird.
Oh my
That's
God.
a weird way of saying. That's a weird way of saying corpse.
I
but
need to
okay.
use Chaos Emerald energy to bring her
They
back.
can make this
Roto
sound
then
as
came
sad
in
as they
Tails.
want. They can make this sound as sad as they want. We all know it's going to turn into a fucking Amy, Mary Sue saves Sonic's like.
I want to see how Amy hits up on him after this. That's my main thing. I want to see what Amy does.
I mean, we know it's coming, so this whole like making it sad thing is just so fucking stupid because we know he's just gonna get with Amy anyway.
Rotor then came in with Tails, holding hands because they're gay.
Yeah.
As soon as
They
they saw
are
Sally's
gay.
lifeless body, he bowed his head and tears rolled down his cheeks. No, he whispered. Aunt Sally! Tails cried out in shock when he saw the grounded squirrel lying there so still.
Grounded squirrel.
Grounded?
What
Get a
the
grounded
fuck does that
squirrel?
mean? I'm looking that up.
grounded
I am googling
Wait,
that.
they just let a child walk into a hospital room and witness a dead body?
Yep.
I don't think that's how it
That's
actually
reality,
works.
man.
Apparently,
He then began
the type of squirrel she is called a ground squirrel. I did not know that. I thought she was just a normal fucking squirrel, but
I
apparently
thought she was a chipmunk.
they are called ground squirrel. Well, she's part squirrel, she's half
Part
squirrel, half
chipmunk.
chipmunk.
That's stupid.
Yeah, that is retarded. Anyway, let's keep going. Lying there so still.
He then began to bawl loudly. Rotor pulled him towards him
Balls
and
deep.
let him sob because they're gay. His
I'm
own
a
tears
bit of a
falling on the
baller.
young fox's dick head every couple of seconds.
Nice.
When Knuckles and Julie Sue came in, they too broke down, crying when they saw. Stop it. When-
How many times are they gonna repeat the same fucking thing? A character comes in. A character comes in, they cry and they sob. Another character comes in, they cry and they sob. Another
Jesse,
character.
Gotta let all the sadness
Jesse,
out now.
how did
Damn
you-
it.
How come everyone
Fucks
didn't come in
everyone.
at the
Jesse,
same
how
time?
did you
come
not
they
know
come
that
in,
she?
like-
How did you not know she was half squirrel? Her father is a squirrel.
Wow, and then he used to be a wolf. Thanks to chaos energies, now he's a squirrel. I don't fucking know. Jill, why don't you start reading?
Shut up! Let me read the
Okay,
fucking
okay.
Knuckles part, and then she can read Amy because she's
Yeah.
gay or some shit.
Oh
Anyways,
god, here,
when
Amy's
Knuckles-
coming that soon? Damn.
When Knuckles,
Everyone's coming.
when Knuckles and Julie Sue came in, they too broke down crying when they saw Sally. Oh my god! cried Julie Sue. She
Is that
buried
the
her
voice
face in
you're giving
Knuckles'
her?
dick.
Oh my god!
Oh my god,
Knuckles tried to
Knuckles, I
comfort
love
her
you.
by clicking and saying this is not the way to comfort her, but it was difficult as trying to control her himself too.
It was the Ebola.
Oh, dead bodies.
All right,
That's my key.
now
I gotta
Joey.
control myself.
He's dead.
There we go. And then that bitch, Amy, yeah, that pink bitch, had followed Knuckles and Julie Sue and saw Sally's body. And Sonic still weeping and holding the dead baby.
Oh,
and
Sonic,
she tried to get
does
the
this
baby
mean
out of the
you're
way so she
single?
could have him.
Now's my chance!
Pants! In his arms. Sally! She cried. She rushed to the squirrel's bedside and touched her forehead and probably shoved her to the side. But, you know, Sally was cold as ice.
I bet you she's gonna go full fucking stall
No.
and been like, I was her closest friend.
I was her close. We were BFFs, man. It says so on Facebook.
They hated each other.
No. She whispered.
No, they were.
You dead?
She saw Amy as like a little sister.
Are you dead? Oh, you can't be dead. Well, time to fuck your husband. Yeah. She bowed her head and began to cry hard.
Husby, what the fuck?
Oh, hubby, hubby, wubby. For a long time,
Ruh-roh.
Sonic and the Freedom Fighters stood around the bed of Sally Acorn and wept. They wept for the loss of their princess. They wept probably because they ran out of food, too.
Okay,
They wept
there's
for
a
the
bad-
loss
this
of their
author does
princess.
not know how hospitals work. They don't just let people cry around dead bodies.
Hey,
Dude,
there's a crying
This is,
party
like,
in room
related to
208.
Sonic's right
Everybody's
now, right? There's a
invited.
bed in the room, so that means that
Hey, look,
the
a
bed doesn't
crying
have to fucking-
female.
Someone got
Oh.
Steven Universe in my Sanic.
Oh, jeez. They wept for the loss of their brilliant and clever leader. They wept for the fact that they probably ran out of tissues at this point. Oh, they wept for the child that also lay dead in the arms of Sonic.
Quit
refused to let
fucking
go of her.
crying! God damn it! I'm tired
I
of hearing
can't
about it.
help it! Even though not all the pain he felt in the world would bring her or his wife back. Well, duh! Unless you got chaos energy! After a
Chaos
while...
energy.
Yay, the rainbow! After a while, Knuckles walked up to Sonic and shook him back into reality. Oh, I meant, and lay his hand on his shoulder. Sonic, he whispered. Sonic looked up at the redheaded kid now. We must go
This
now.
is not the way.
This
We
is
must
not
go
the
now.
way. We must spit on her.
captain now.
We must go. No.
Sonic shook his head. His eyes were so puffy and swollen from crying so much.
It's just
Yeah,
one
yeah.
eye, so what's the
Great.
problem?
can't.
I can't, he whispered. I can't leave them. Dude, they're coming with you. They're dead. They're not going to stay in the hospital.
Why
Here
do
you
people
go.
always write Sonic to be this big pussy? My God, every
my shadow.
story,
Yep.
every story.
Yeah, Silver took the reins.
Fucking
that's why.
Amy dies is the same. This is the same thing.
See, I love that in the comics he actually thought that Sally died at one point. And he was really capable still. Like it affected him, but he didn't fucking let it ruin him.
Oh, she's dead. Let's go. Let it go. Oh, Knuckles shook his head. I'm sorry, Sonic, he whispered, cooing to himself.
This is a great tragedy.
This is great. We will prepare for her funeral. For real. But we must go. We can't stay here. Sonic agreed reluctantly and stood up. He held the baby towards the nurse who... Yep, here, just take this thing from me. Who took her from him.
They're
Throw
probably
it
gonna fucking
away.
throw it in
And
the dumpster.
walk away slowly. Yep, into the dumpster, baby. He looked back at Sally, then walked over to her.
Can I
We
have
need
her
some sad
skin
Star
to?
Wars music playing right now.
Can I make a rug out of her? Can I just... No? Okay, damn. Goodbye, Sally. He whispered, tears streaming down his cheeks. I
They
love
should
you
make that
so
a-
much.
It'll be hugging Fiona. Goodbye, Sally.
Fiona! I mean, he placed his lips on Sally's cold nips. I mean, cold ones. Then, trying to hold back a sob, he walked out of the room,
Oh yeah, they
where
like
he would
kiss
try to
corpses
figure out
here.
where the Sally rug would go into his hut. I mean, he would try and save his sour, I can't even fucking speak now. Until later. He couldn't look like this in front of the
Jesse,
rest of the
Jesse,
freedom
let's-
fighters.
Let's remember good times Sally had. Here's a moment where Sonic were bonding with her father.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a really bad idea to open that on stream where they can see my porn.
Mm. Moist.
Our father,
Later-
the king.
Further. Later, when they returned to the Great Forest, some of the freedom fighters were waiting outside to hear the news of their princess.
The news.
Wait, well, wait, they already were there!
Yeah.
No, I think they mean the citizens of Knothole, but they just fucked it up.
No, for fucking.
If they have
I guess in this
hospitals,
world,
they fill them in
fucking
forest.
Eggman just never lost control of the world.
I guess. When Sonic and the others appeared, they all waited in anticipation. Woo! Where's the dumpster baby? They seemed ready to celebrate the fact that the princess had died and given birth to a dead child too. Well, whoopsie. Sonic looked at them with
This is like the
teary-filled
most
eyes.
fucking. This is like the most tragic way to
Womp.
kill someone. Too. Like
It
the
is,
most
but-
tragic way you can think to kill someone is for
Hey.
them and their child to die.
Well, now that they're dead, hey, Amy, how you doing
They're
there?
literally, I mean, they can make this as sad as they want. They are only doing all of this to set up Sonic and Amy. God damn
You
it.
know.
This is a Son Amy story. God, what
Oh,
is the
man.
matter with this artist? Or
So,
writer?
I don't know.
I mean, they are an
Just-
artist, though.
Oh yeah, this is
Artist.
art. This is high class Sonic art right here. You're looking for a new
Aw.
script, Ian Flynn? Here you go.
Oh boy, I don't want all those dialogue
They
bubbles.
can't
That
use
would
those
ruin it.
characters
Actually,
anymore.
you said Ken Penders was always trying to kill Sally. Maybe this is his story.
Oh shit.
But where's Mina?
Mina! Then down at the
King
ground.
Finders wasn't insane
Oh,
about
boy.
Amy. He was insane about Mina Mongoose.
Ooh, let me touch that mongoose. So
His kawaii idol.
All right, let me take back
character.
over reading. Where am I? Sonic looked at them.
no, let me
God damn
finish
it!
the
You guys are
paragraph.
fucking Spurgs.
Let me do this. As the freedom fighters saw the whole crowd, their faces fell. Bunny and Antoine were walking alongside a tall black
Jesse,
raven.
Jesse,
Jesus.
You need to draw that. Draw a loss version of this. Do it.
Oh boy. In a
Sonic loss,
grim-faced
we need that.
badger, dressed in black and carrying a large stretcher with a white sheet over it. Well, this isn't emo and edgy in any
What the
shape or
fuck
fucking
is going
form.
on? My God.
Here you go. There you go.
Can that raven say
Take
the
it over.
N-word?
They looked at the stretcher, at first with confusion, and
How
then
would you
their
make-
confusion turned to sorrow when they realized many of them fell to their knees in shock. Many of
Suck
this
my
is a terrible
dick.
sentence, fell to the ground sobbing, and some just stood there in disbelief. Sonic shut his eyes. He could
His
And the
bear
black parade in
he
the
could
background.
bear see the freedom. Wait, he could bear see the freedom fighters mourn for their princess. He walked towards his hut. Wait, hut? I thought she was a princess. The tears
Towards his hut. Nope.
he had been hiding stung like
Going through
nettles.
depression.
What
Not-
the fuck is a nettle?
Not needles, but
It's
nettles. His
They're like a
throat
little.
I'm so nettled right now.
his throat felt like it was being crushed.
Because Tails was shoving his dick down his throat.
Funny. Good one, Prague.
Haha, yeah.
Of
I got
course.
Rotor and
Oh, here
Tails
we
is
go.
like-
Finally,
they're like a
Robotnik
game
is
couple.
mentioned. Of course, he had his throat crushed by a swamp bot when he was fight. Why is this relevant?
What?
He had his throat crushed by
Fantasies.
a swamp bot when he was fighting Robotnik, or a roboticized slave. But the pain was feeling even more painful than he had ever felt. So it's like an old wound. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Fetish.
Knuckles saw him walk away and ran after him. Sonic, he said, touching his blue friend's shoulder.
Where are you running? Why are you running?
Why are you running away? Sonic turned to him. Please, Knuckles. I just want to be alone with my thoughts, please. Knuckles looked at him and his large hand slipped from his shoulder. I understand,
his
my
dick.
friend.
His
You
large
need to
dick.
be with your thoughts, which is what you just said. Sonic nodded, turned away from Knuckles, and walked to his hut.
Didn't he just... Wait.
Oh no! God damn it! When Sonic walked to his hut, he was about to shut the door when he heard a voice behind the door and someone had their foot in the way. Sonic? A voice said. Sonic looked up and see a metal hand, then a robotic hedgehog standing right
Oh
in
no, Uncle Chuck!
Oh.
Uncle Chuck? Sonic choked out. He stepped back so that his uncle could come in. My dear boy. Uncle Chuck
Hello,
whispered.
Sonny.
Let me grab those balls. Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Is he Master Roshi
He
now?
stepped up. He always has been in these stories. Up to his nephew and put his hands around his balls,
Put his dick in his
squeezing
mouth.
them tightly. Sonic put his arms around his uncle and began to sob and cry again. She's gone, he whispered. They're gone. Don't worry, I'm still here. Let me get them balls.
Oh no.
Gotta milk them.
Gotta squeeze them balls. Uncle Chuck hugged his nephew and squeezed his balls as he sank to the floor. As he was close to collapsing, as his balls
no
were
one even
both
gets that because the episode got deleted.
No. Okay, in the King's Rules, there's a chapter where Uncle Chuck just squeezes Sonic's balls like 100 times. That's the joke. So now
There,
Uncle
okay.
Chuck squeezing Sonic's balls is like a meme between us. Sonic leaned against his chest and cried, "My love!" he whispered.
And my balls.
"And my daughter! They're gone!" Uncle Chuck pulled his balls down.
Oh, no.
And,
Yes.
oh, and stroked his the
Oh, shit.
You know what? You guys, how dare you make light of this tragedy? You're all a bunch of psychopaths.
I'm sorry. Uncle Chuck. He's the most degenerate one out of all of them. Alright,
His hand is metal, so I don't. Why would him stroking his fur even like do anything?
I don't know. Oh, Sonic, he whispered, his voice breaking. Shush, shush. It's okay. Shush.
Let me stroke your balls.
Come here, my nephew. Come, let me see them balls. I'll get you
No,
into
Uncle,
bed.
not today.
He lifted
Slap
Sonic
it
from the
outside.
ground and led him to the bed. Oh God, no!
Oh no!
Oh God, no, Uncle Chuck! He then helped his grief-stricken nephew into the bed and pulled his
And
cover.
bent him over.
Come here, boy!
God damn it, Uncle Chuck! Sonic curled up under the covers and still silently sobbed because Uncle Chuck wouldn't stop squeezing his balls.
Uncle
Balls.
Chuck then started jerking off over him.
Uncle Chuck sat with him and watched as he slowly began to grow silent and finally asleep. Now's my chance.
Finally fall asleep.
Uncle
Good
Chuck
shit.
stroked his nephew's balls and sighed. My poor boy. My poor boy. I know what I'm doing is wrong, but it feels so right.
God damn it.
Come
After
here,
a while,
Pop.
he stood up and walked away from the bed. He turned to look at the sleeping hedgehog, grinned creepily, and opened the door and left him alone. Uncle
Left
Chuck!
the door open.
Chapter 3. How long have we been streaming? 30 minutes? We can keep going. We haven't gotten
I
to
mean,
Amy
I want to
yet.
knock this one out of the park. We haven't even gotten to the best part with
Yeah.
Amy.
Amy!
I want to see how Amy makes her move.
Chapter
This
3.
obviously grief-stricken man. She's gonna be like, "Hey,
The
I
next-
want to get in on that."
The next day, Sonic awoke to find himself in his bed, in his hut, with his balls very sore for some reason he didn't know about.
In his butt.
He rolled over to the other side of the bed, hoping to feel the love of his life beside him. But all he touched was an empty space with cool linen.
Yeah, that's pretty cool design linen here.
Sonic sat up, and he then remembered. Sally was dead, and she wasn't coming
Fucking, that's
back.
something to not remember.
He
Jesus.
felt his heart sink and his tears come to his eyes. He got up from the bed and walked over to the door. He opened it and began to walk towards the ring pool. Oh yeah, I remember that. The little pond. I'm gonna drown myself.
They can't live without you. I don't care what your ghost says.
Sally!
It was a very quiet early morning. The sun was just rising above the trees, causing a beautiful pink glow. Wait,
Oh no, the big glow's Amy.
wait. So they could see the sky in Knothole? You can see above the trees?
Knothole. Well, see, that's what's weird. in the comics, Knothole is underground, but in the cartoon show, which is where I assume this is taking place, Knothole is in the forest.
Which
Like,
is still
above
fine,
ground.
but if there's no canopy above them, no trees that's covering their, location, then why doesn't Eggman just fly over the woods and see like, oh fuck, there they are?
You see, that's the thing. In the cartoon, whenever Eggman would try to send something flying in that direction, they would, like, fucking hit it. Like, he knew where the forest was, but he couldn't get anything to fly over there without the freedom fighters destroying it.
He looked.
Well, right now,
Yeah,
Oh,
does
here
remember
we
those
go, here we
episodes
go,
where
Dylan, here
Sonic
we go.
Tails fucking destroyed some swap bots.
Amy.
The morning was cool and sweet smelling. Dylan, why don't you start right here where Amy fucking comes in?
Oh, no. Is it,
He looked across.
He looked across the ring pool. Oh, yeah, it is the ring pool. At the red and pink roses. Oh, God, of course.
Oh.
That were sprouting out of their petals. Covered with the first morning
Covered
dew.
in cum.
Who fucking cares about these tiny details? He bowed his head and looking at the
It's
sparkling
foreshadowing.
water. As he did, he thought all about the precious moments he had shared with Sally by the ring pool when they weren't talking about Robotnik or the SWAT bots, the safety of Knothole.
Or getting his balls grabbed by his
And
uncle.
Sonic shoving his knot into her hole.
Here they would talk about special things and secrets they had dear to each other. So, Sonic, who's the next girl you slept with?
I'm a bit of a player.
What?
Here they would share their love, their precious love. He looked across the area by the willow tree, surrounded by white lilies, as he remembered, man, white is right. I mean, that was the day where him and Sally expressed their love for each other physically for the first time.
Oh.
I hope you mean when they kissed in the cartoon show. For a long time, Sonic sat there looking at the area around the pool. Yes, I feel how long he's been there, dreaming of all the lost memories and all the love he had lost. Oh, keep telling me. Just then, he heard a voice that brought him back to Earth.
Oh,
He turned
no.
away from the pool and looked behind him.
Here we
There
go.
he saw a pink hedgehog walk over to him.
I'm here to solve all your problems with my vagina.
Amy, he said
Ruh-roh.
quietly. Amy walked over to him. Are you okay, Sonic? She went over and sat next to him on the tree trunk. Sonic looked away from her and back over to the pool because he's autistic and he doesn't like eye contact. What do you think, Amy?
What do you think, bitch?
Sonic said in angst, admitting that this is edgy. I lost my lover and my daughter, who is my future lover. How do you think I feel? He
You fucking whore.
bowed
I'm
his
gonna have
head
to go
again
with
and
this
tried to
purple
hide his tears. Amy leaned towards him. Sonic, she whispered. I know you're still. Sally, no!
God, this is so
I know
pathetic.
you're still hurting, and you will for a long time. I just wanted to say that I'm here for you. We can watch Netflix together, and I can die.
Chill.
I mean, if there's anything you want to talk about,
And we can
Sonic
hold
looked up
hands and
looked
nothing
at
more.
Amy's green eyes. Thank you, Amy, but you're still too young for me. I mean, he whispered.
Do you think,
Amy,
Dylan, do you think this was written by a guy or a girl?
guy.
You think this was written by a guy, really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say girl, and I'm gonna say it was a girl that thinks, or that can't for some reason land or get any guy to like her, and she thinks like, oh, the only way I'll ever get a guy to like me is if I literally kill, or his fucking wife dies, and I'm the only
Oh
one
my
there
God.
for him. Amy
Amy
is the
put her
author's
hand-
self-insert. I'm calling it right now.
Amy put her hand on his. I just
There's
want
too
to
much
help you,
shitty grammar in
Sonic.
this,
She
dude.
whispered.
Well,
And
open your
Sonic's
mouth.
like, I don't want your help, Sally. I need to make a doll quickly. She whispered. Sonic smiled weakly, then bowed his head as he began crying again. Amy
God, stop
pulled
crying, you
his
fucking
head
dipshit.
close to her chest
Her breast.
and began to stroke his quills that he
Ah,
would soon
yeah.
use to make a doll with.
Ooh.
Sonic
There's so much
squeezed her
stroking in
hand
this.
and tried to control his crying.
As Uncle
But it
Chuck
was so
squeezed his
difficult.
balls.
It was so difficult, as he was hurting so much inside.
Oh my
Half
god.
a Knothole were up last night half a Knothole was up last night preparing for Sally's funeral, said Amy. I went to see them this morning to bring them tea and breakfast, because that's what I do. I'm a woman. Izuka told me so. And they're all doing a great job. Bunny has prepared the flowers, and Antoine has prepared the speeches to go along with Uncle Chuck and
Oh,
Rotor.
God, not Uncle-
planned out
Keep Uncle
a
Chuck
funeral
far away
trail.
from this.
And plays a burial ground. Sonic didn't look up.
They need
And
to
Mina
lock.
Mongoose
No.
sang a dedicated song to her memory. Amy continued, "Oh, Mina, I gotta go meet her. This is reading my Kin Pinder, so yeah."
Sonic's, Amy's probably spit on
We have
fucking
decided
Sally's
to
dead corpse.
bury Sally by the ring pool. Oh, clever. So
Sally!
Chaos Energy can bring her back to life.
Oh no.
Sonic then looked up at Amy. It's where she wished to be buried. No, that's not where she wished to be buried. She wanted to be buried near her fucking kingdom, not in some random fucking forest. If she were ever killed in battle, he said between
She wasn't
sobs,
killed in battle. She
so
died
could
having a
be in
baby.
the area where she protected against Robotnik, even though she probably wanted to be buried at the fucking kingdom,
Joke's on
where
you.
she would still be with her friends. Amy nodded with a smile. I miss her so much. Sonic whispered. Sonic whispered. Okay, I miss her so much. Sonic whispered. As more tears ran down from his face. I know you do, Sonic, but let's fuck. Amy whispered as she stroked its quills. We will all miss her. Sonic looked
She's
up.
literally
at Amy-
grooming him.
from
Oh,
Amy's
no.
chest.
She's grooming him into being comfortable with her so that she can.
Exactly.
His eyes were puffy and watery from crying. Amy's a psychopath. I'm glad you're here, Amy, he
Oh,
said.
God.
Sitting up straight. I guess this is why
You
you
know
got
what?
so
Too.
fucking
She
dependent on
doesn't
Amy.
give it. I'm calling it. She doesn't give a fuck that Sally died. She's using this to her advantage to get with Sonic. This is all her fucking plan to
Amy's
manipulate
a
him.
fucking psychopath.
She is. She's a fucking.
She's probably
That's
the
what
one
I'm
that
saying.
like botched
Oh,
the
no.
season
this,
and all that
this
too.
author thinks that that's how it, you
dude.
have to
Sonic
be.
said, Sonic
Ruh-roh.
says, sitting up straight and looking at her eyes, I'm glad you're here with me. You're a great friend. You're a great friend.
Oh, yeah.
Friend zone. They stared at each other
No.
in the eyes for a while, even though they have one giant.
That's creepy.
Amy then moved towards Sonic. Sonic moved his head
Already?
towards Amy. He collapsed his eyes. The next thing he felt was a
What
warm
the
thought-
fuck?
No, fuck this!
It's been a
Fuck this.
day.
You can't do that.
God, no, fuck. It's his wife died giving birth to
Oh.
his child.
It hasn't even been
I'm
12
done.
hours yet.
I'm done. I'm done. That's not how it works.
She
That's
did it.
not
She
how it
did
works.
it. She
I'm done.
botched the whole thing.
This
God
isn't
damn
The
it.
Walking Dead. This isn't the fucking
Amy
Walking
pressed
Dead.
her lips against Sonic's. As she did, she felt her mouth melt inside. Sonic then moved his mouth and slid his tongue into her
Whoa!
No!
They are Frenching in front of the place where Sonic said Sally felt the most comfortable.
And where they're gonna bury her.
Right
They're
in front of her grave. Hey,
Making out on
Sally.
her fucking grave. What the fuck is this story? My god!
Oh my
God
fucking
damn it.
god.
Holy shit, Amy! My god! Right
She's
after
literally-
grooming him too.
Sonic was the
she's
one that slid
literally-
his fucking tongue
she
inside of her
literally
mouth.
just turned cold.
Oh.
Like, well, even then, like
It hasn't
when-
even
when
been
someone
12
gets
hours.
first- when someone is first experiencing a loss, they are extremely vulnerable, and they can be taken advantage of like that if you put the moves on them.
Yeah, but you know what though? I still feel like the author intended for this to all like sound like really sweet and like touching.
Not
No, it's
sweet.
not.
It makes
It's
Amy
the
sound
opposite.
fucking crazy.
I know, but
It
that's
makes Amy
why
sound
it's
like a
so.
fucking psychopath.
That's what I'm saying. This person is a Lil Sonic endorsed story. It's just saying it all adds up if you really think
Are
about
they
it.
making out where they're gonna bury her?
Yes.
Yes.
In front of the
That's gross.
ring pool. And this is gonna be painted like it's a good thing too.
Yeah,
Watch,
like
just
this is.
continue.
They're
Someone continue.
they're trying to
I'm
make
done reading
Amy.
for now.
They're trying to make Amy
I'm
seem
done
like
reading.
she's like a hero, like a good person.
Oh, okay.
She's
I'll
not.
do this.
She's terrible.
I'll do-
Wait
oh,
6 months,
this is
Amy.
gross.
Wait
This is
6 months.
No, longer than that.
That's good enough for me. 6 months is good enough for me. Half a year would be convincing. At least 6 months would be fine. But the fucking baby and the fucking love of his life are still not buried.
Hey
It's
guys,
just
you like it
making
when
out
I
with
fuck
them.
her right in front of you? As he deepened into the kiss, he then felt himself puke all over Amy. I mean, his senses come to him. He pulled away quickly.
See,
No.
she did take advantage of him. That's literally what happened.
what
That's what
happened.
you're describing right now.
He said as he looked away, I shouldn't have done that. He blushed furiously.
God damn it, Sonic! Don't you blush?
I said, Amy, I'm sorry, Sonic. It's okay, said Sonic.
It's
He looked
okay.
towards
No,
the
it's
pool.
not. He should be fucking
Wringing his
exiling her from the
hands.
village.
Amy stood up. I'll leave you alone, as she fucking trotted away.
And now they're
just like
gonna,
nothing.
and now watch, they're gonna try and make
God.
Sonic seem like an asshole for denying her after his fucking wife and child died.
You are a traitor to everything Sally ever stood for.
Me? I didn't do anything.
No, Sonic.
Oh.
He is a traitor for everything she ever stood for.
Let's do. I guess let's do the next chapter and see.
Amy
call it
is
good.
straight up. Amy is straight up betraying her best friend that is now dead.
God,
Oh, this gets juicy. Oh man.
this is fucking terrible. Yeah, go
After a
ahead.
while, Sonic walked into the village of Knothole. As he did, he saw many of the freedom fighters laying out flowers. Why the fuck aren't you laying flowers out? God fucking.
Because he's too busy
Outside
Frenching
flowers
Amy.
outside. Yeah, I know. They were
God.
all dressed in black because of mourning. Some of them were crying as they laid down flowers and wreaths with messages
Man,
on
you
them.
guys think you have it bad. I'm all boo.
And some had lit candles even though the sun was shining brightly. Sonic then saw Tails putting a wreath on his deck, wreath of laurel leaves, and a paper message with it on the doorstep.
Tom,
Tails.
if you do make a comic about this, please do a little Lost parody. But in the last
Oh
panel,
my
he's making
God.
out with Amy.
Yeah.
Like right in
Tails.
front of Sally's corpse, just making out with Amy.
Tails said
I mean,
Sonic sadly.
Tails gets cocked is funny because
Oh God.
I mean it's like what an asshole, but like at the same time it's
know.
like whatever. Tails is still alive. He can get him back, but this is
Yeah.
This.
This is
Get a new
this.
girl at least.
just this is just
Dude, this is like
fucking,
when
this
Cyclops
is
like
straight
fell
up
in love
evil.
with like.
She is
Yeah.
straight up a psychopath. I am not going to be convinced otherwise. This is like premeditated. There's no way that she did the thinking that that's the right thing to do.
Ugh. Tails, said Sonic sadly. Tails looked up at Sonic. His eyes were full of tears. They say the laurel leaves are for a hero's return. Oh, she's coming back, all right,
Oh,
said
yeah.
Tails. Don't Uncle Chuck told me so, Sonic nodded. And he then
Don't listen to
walked over-
Uncle Chuck, Sonic.
Yeah,
Don't listen
God
to any.
damn it.
Don't, you know what? Uncle Chuck needs to be banished from this village.
Over to the reef to see what Tails had written for Sally.
I really like Uncle Chuck as a character.
No, Dylan! Uncle Chuck is the worst!
I love you, Aunt
Sally
Sally.
and Jam Time.
That has
Silly
a completely
Jam time,
different
baby.
meaning when you read the King's rules.
I love you, Aunt Sally. I'm really gonna miss you. Miles Tails Prowler. Oh.
Wait, what?
He wrote the little message.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I
felt-
want to feel bad. I really do want to feel bad, but Sonic just fucking Frenched Amy. I'm not feeling sad. I'm mad. I'm fucking mad right now.
Oh.
Because
This
Amy's
is
not
so
gonna be
sad.
painted as a bad guy.
No,
Not gonna
no.
get punished for
No, I
this.
came to make sure he was okay. I made sure that he wasn't alone.
I know. If anything,
Sonic-
I'm
Sonic
calling
should
it
have
right
at
now.
least told Uncle Chuck.
I'm calling it right now. They're gonna actually like attempt to make Sonic like look like an asshole for denying Amy. Like, I'm calling it. It's gonna happen.
This is such fucking bullshit.
There's gonna be a part where he turns her down, she gets mad, and then someone's like, Sonic, you really shouldn't have done that. Oh, you're right.
She's just trying to comfort you, man, with her tongue.
Yeah, with her vagina. Sonic, you're a fucking asshole. You're right, I should.
You asshole.
How
I'll
dare you
go-
hurt a woman?
I'll go sleep
Sonic
with her.
felt tears come to his eyes again, but he tried to hold them back, for he knew the little two-tailed fox would look up to him. So he had to be strong, because he just fucking maxed out with that
You know,
Amy
this really
bitch,
gives
yeah.
a completely different meaning to Sonic Adventure, where Sonic was always running away from Amy. He's
Yeah,
like,
no.
leave me the fuck alone, you complete
Oh.
psychopath! My god, my girlfriend is dead, and you all you want to do is kiss me! What
Telling you.
the hell's the matter with you?
This comic is making Amy look 1,000 times
worse. I know. Tails looked up at Sonic again. Why did she have to die? He asked as tears rolled down his cheeks. I
Sonic
want to
wants
hug
to
Tails
be
right
sad.
now. I want to hug. I want to
You know
hug
what?
Tails right
I'm
now.
gonna fucking lose it if they actually come out and
Oh,
say,
jeez.
like, actually Amy had poisoned her or something
Send
before
her.
she went
I
into-
know.
Like, I'm gonna
that
fucking,
bitch.
like, if that happens, I'm gonna fucking jump up and down.
You know what? I would love that because at least it would stay logically consistent. Because then Amy's the
Consistent.
villain. Like, if we
Yep.
have a set villain and Amy is the one you're not supposed to like, that's fine. But I have a feeling that Amy, we're supposed to sympathize with her. We're supposed to sympathize and relate with her.
Yeah, she's
I
the
ain't
she's the
sympathizing
author's
with her.
she's the author's self-insert.
But this is
Yeah, I
not
know.
how you should act when your friend dies.
Dies.
When
Sonic
your
shook
friend
his
dies, you don't fucking make out with their boyfriend.
On their
I know.
grave.
grave. I asked the same question myself, he said. Sonic then looked up to see Bunny come out of Sally's hut. Oh, Anthony had his arm around her. Oh, Bunny saw Sonic and looked up at him. Oh, Sonic, she whispered. She
See,
looks so beautiful.
they could have made
Oh.
this better for Sonic if, like, Sonic went to Uncle Chuck and he's like, Unc, I don't know what's going on. This fucking Amy tried kissing me, and then Uncle Chuck's like, yeah, you shouldn't fucking hang out with her.
Avoid that bitch.
Yeah.
Avoid her now. Sonic looked at Bunny. Her fists were clenched in anguish.
Well, obviously
So
we know
that's
why
the
he doesn't
body-
go to, we know
Yeah.
why he didn't go to Uncle Chuck because Uncle
Yeah.
Chuck would have molested him worse.
Poor
Well, he
Uncle.
would have grabbed his balls and been like, "This is what she's gonna do for you,
Hey,
okay?"
Shuddy, get those balls over here. I'll make you feel
There
better.
you go.
Like whenever
And
your
that's-
fucking bunny girlfriend died, I grabbed your
Jesus.
balls. That's,
Oh, jiggled them a little bit. It felt
that's
great.
why he was grabbing his balls in the first place, because Bunny died and they were comforting him.
Yep. Her left robotic hand made clicking and crunching noises as she clenched it.
I want to feel sad because everyone else is likable, but Sonic is a fucking piece of shit, and so is
Shit.
Sally.
I cannot face the fact that we have to bury her, cried Bunny. She was my best friend. Anthony tried to calm her down
See,
and
I'm
pull
just
her
saying,
close.
Anthony.
I know.
Anthony.
Anthony! Anthony!
Anthony. What the?
Shut up! Shh! Shh!
That's what it says. It's not your fault. They fucked up the spelling.
His name is Antoine, but
Anthony.
like I would have been fine. I would have been fine with Sonic in this story if when Amy did that shit, he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
And then like slapped her, like fucking slapped her, and then ran off.
like you know that.
But he
slap
put his
Sally
tongue in
thing?
her mouth. He Frenched
know.
her
I know,
first.
I know. Sonic's a piece of shit. I can't sympathize for him at this point. I can't.
Ugh. But oh man.
Even though like he'll try and make it seem like he had no had a choice.
Well,
He
I
had
couldn't
a
help
fucking
it. You
choice.
see, I'm a bit of a
Couldn't help
player.
it. Didn't you hear what I told Mario the other day? But Bunny still got hysterical. I can't face the fact she's gone. Sonic felt the tears run down his cheeks. You fucking liar!
I
As
can't
he
either.
listened
Amy,
to Bunny's
get over here.
devastation. Amy! No, said Bunny. She was too good, Sonic, and you're fucking a hoe. Goddamn. I can't say goodbye forever. I can't. I won't. She screamed before running away from the hut, sobbing. Her robotic feet made the ground shake as she ran. Anthony ran after her. Sonic watched them disappear around one of the huts.
Anthony the whole time.
Yep.
His name is still Anthony.
It's Anthony.
That's not his fucking name.
Well,
That's not
gonna have
his
to deal with
fucking
it.
name.
Anthony.
Anthony! Then he looked up at the doorway of Sally's hut. Roto came out of the hut, dabbing. Oh, dabbing! Just dabbing his eyes. Sonic bit his lip. I may have fucked your woman. I mean, Sonic stepped up and walked up to the doorway.
They
Rotor
went
looked into his eyes.
this whole story, not realizing the eye comes before the in. I can't believe that.
Just let it happen.
And
Now
looks so beautiful,
Rotor's
Sonic.
fucking dabbing in front of Sally's dead body.
Woo, woo. You fucked her too, apparently. Up,
someone's
he said,
asking.
"Are you-"
Someone's asking what happened to the King's rules, Vic.
Well,
What do you mean? The fucking episode 2? I accidentally deleted it when I
yeah. Womp womp. I know. He said, "Are
That was
you
like
okay to
fucking
see
4
her?"
episodes deleted. We had to improvise so many
Improvise
fucking
so much.
episodes.
You were still grieving. No, he ain't grieving no more. Sonic looked at him. I'm sure. Yeah, oh yeah, he is sure. He walked past Rotor and walked into the hut. Uncle Chuck was grabbing his balls. I mean, standing over the wooden casket, jerking off. I mean, arranging
Get
some
Uncle
flowers.
Chuck out of here. He's
God
a
damn it,
menace.
Chuck. He looked up at his nephew and opened his
Poor
mouth
Chuck.
to speak, but Sonic slammed his dick into his uncle's mouth instead. I mean, shook his head and walked over to the casket. His heart almost tore to pieces when he saw what was in there. Yeah, it's a dead body. Good job. Somebody else want to take over? You want to? You guys mad at this point?
Sure. Where am I picking up? There was his lover.
There was his cover. Yep.
There was his lover, lying peacefully in the casket, while wearing a white dress. Her hair was spread around her face, with white roses and lilies adorning them.
Ladies!
Lying, but this sentence is long. Lying on her breast was a tiny hedgehog girl dressed in a cream dress. That's fucking sad. They're burying them
Sad.
together.
That's not how they do that, but okay. If
In a
that's how
cream
this
dress
fucked up
with
kingdom works.
daisies and brown quills and auburn hair, with Sally's delicate hands folded on her clasping a white lily.
I want to feel so sad, but I can't because fucking Amy
I can
ruined it.
separate this.
Sonic leaned forward and looked at her. His tears fell on her face. My love! Uncle Chuck, get out of here, Uncle
God
Chuck!
damn it, Uncle Chuck!
Uncle Chuck, stop!
It's
Uncle-
okay, Sonic.
Uncle
Hey,
Chuck walked
Sonic.
towards him. As he did, he recoiled as Sonic fell to his knees and began
To
crying
suck
again.
his dick.
Sonic!
Oh.
Uncle Chuck said quietly. Rotor touched him on the shoulder. Come,
Ooh, a
he said.
three-way.
Let him have a few moments alone with the body. He led Chuck out of the hut and closed the door silently.
Locks the door behind him.
As he did,
Oh,
he heard
no.
Sonic sobbing quietly. Sally! Oh no, no.
Oh no!
Alright, here you go, Dylan. Here you go. Read it for.
Oh no.
Here you go.
Amy
want
had
me
been
to-
watching by the porch.
Watching and waiting for her
She
chance.
had lain 6 red roses with the flowers and wreaths. She felt really guilty. She should. She felt like she had moved on Sonic too soon. You don't say.
Oh no, Amy. You know what?
Damn.
You know what, Amy?
Over
I don't
his
think it was soon enough. I think you
Soon
should have
enough.
gone after him right in the fucking
In
hospital.
the
room.
hospital. Yep,
Yeah.
right on top
Travis
of the corpse.
of losing his lover. She looked at Rotor and Chuck, who were talking.
Well, I'm sure they were
Then
just
looked
talking.
around at the other freedom fighters who were either sobbing, laying flowers around the hut, or just silently talking to each other. She looked around at the area of Knothole, and she saw a trail had been made through the huts with little tea light candles and flowers.
I have no
She
idea.
knew that when the sun went down, that they would begin the funeral. Ooh, I thought you were already beginning the funeral. Okay, what
No,
else?
they're doing the
think
possession.
they're
They're doing
doing
the
a
thing where
wake.
they carry her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She looked up at the hut and sighed. Much later, Sonic came out of the hut. Much later? What the fuck was he doing in there? Okay. He looked at Rotor and Chuck, then walked down the steps of the porch to walk back to his hut. Quit walking. The other freedom fighters watched as he walked. Shut the fuck up! Stop saying walk!
Walking, walking.
By the way,
broken heart.
all of that
And
was
they
one sentence. This was one whole sentence. This whole
Walked
thing.
again.
3
then
walkings
walk
in
some
a
more.
sentence. Amy felt her heart pound with sympathy. Oh yeah, that's what it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Seeing
God
Sonic
damn it.
like
I'm
this,
just so
yet
empathetic.
She was too afraid to approach him. She was still embarrassed about the kiss.
Whatever.
Knuckles and Julie Sue came up behind Amy carrying some flowers and a wreath. Wow, Amy, you're a fucking psycho. I mean, hey.
You're a
They
monster.
looked at Amy and in the porch. Amy sighed and watched the two echidnas place the
Like she's
wreath
being
in the flower.
impatient. Like
Just
she's
think,
impatient.
One day,
She's just like, yeah, just hurry up and get the shit done.
yeah, one day this Amy is going to become the leader of the fucking freedom fighters in
Fucking
IDW.
goddamn.
And then stand there and stare. Amy turned away from the hut and walked towards the hut. God damn it, what the fuck?
Yeah. Walking and walking.
She decided to stay in her hut for
Good.
a while.
Don't leave it.
Hut and think about what she had done earlier. You should be feeling bad. She walked to her
Kill
hut
yourself.
and opened the door. Hut. She looked
Hut, hut.
back at some of the freedom fighters who were still preparing for the funeral. Some were scratching. Wait, what? Some were scattering
scratching their butts,
flowers and flowers and petals along the trail, and some were lighting candles along it. Amy walked over to her bed and laid down. Feel bad for her audience. All of these thoughts were rushing through her head. As long as she could remain.
You know,
as long as she could
Nothing
remember.
has happened. Nothing has fucking happened since the kiss. Literally nothing has happened.
Oh, here we go. As long as she could remember, she had always had a crush on Sonic.
A mad crush.
And had secretly been jealous of Sally and her relationship with Sonic.
Yeah,
she
so-
didn't like Sally.
She poisoned
She one
her.
day got the poison
Yeah.
and poured it into Sally's drink.
Yeah,
This was
no
all part of her
shit.
plan. She wanted this for so long, but now the guilt overtakes her.
Yeah.
Amy pulls out her Pico Pico hammer, holds it to her own head, ready to end it all. But she doesn't. She's wanted this for so long, and she deserved to have it. I want to see how many people think that was actually in the story. She remembered when she first when she first fell head for Sonic, head over heels, I think it means, whatever. For
Yeah.
Sonic, when she first met him, but remained distant out of respect for Sally.
Oh yeah, she's
sure.
just
Oh,
brimming
yeah,
with
fucking
she's
God.
just brimming with respect, isn't she? She's just so fucking respectful.
right in front of her fucking grave. Remembered when she, along with Tails, revealed that Fiona Fox was cheating on Sonic. This is the Archieverse. And the Fiona shit happened after Eggman was kicked out of Mobotropolis. So, like, why are they still in Knothole? Just curious. Like, they already moved out of Knothole.
You think this
They
person-
Let
should-
it go.
You think this person's gonna be fucking consistent? They're literally writing a story about how Amy is swooping in after Sally dies to get with Sonic.
Fucking, yep.
Okay, cheating on Sonic with his evil counterpart. Me, the magnificent Scourge! I am still alive and I am in an alternate dimension! I am gonna fight them and show them that I am the ultimate life form! I am the prototype created by Charles Robot! Becoming angered to the point where she attacked Fiona. Such a bitch, she thought. She smirked.
Yeah.
Oh, now I feel bad for her.
See, I
When she
didn't cheat.
remembered
I
when
waited
she
for her to
attacked
die.
Fiona. Then her heart sank when she remembered when she got back together with Sally. When he saw Fiona's true self. I was happy for them, she thought. I had to get rid of Sally. I had to. I mean, I really was. But I still felt sad that Sonic wouldn't come to me. I'm a 12-year-old. She rolled onto her side. She felt her guilty feelings coming back to her. This does sound like she killed Sally. I was always jealous of their relationship.
She already
thought.
said all this.
I always wish the
Well, she's
repeating
psycho.
self killed her even more. I had to have Sonic to myself, but I feel so sad for him. I always knew that they had special bond, him and Sally. It's so sad that I had to end her. I mean, that it has ended in a tragic way.
Oh, God.
So tragic.
She fucking-
Hides
she's
the
next to
poison
Sally
bottle
and
under her
Sally-
pillow.
Yeah, no
I
shit.
know, Sally realizes that she's poisoned. She looks at Amy, and Amy's like, "Long live the queen."
The queen.
She fucking falls over. It's like a Death Note moment. Oh. Fucking Amy is Kira. Then the thought of the kiss she shared with Sonic came back to her. You fucking cunt. I said I was sorry to him, she thought. Yet I enjoyed the kiss. And so did he.
Oh, whatever.
I don't know who made the first move. You did. But we both enjoyed it. But I don't want to make a move on Sonic
You
yet,
just
even
did.
though I did.
Yeah.
As he is grieving so much.
Nope, just wait a day or two. Good idea.
She got back onto her bed and went to her wardrobe and saw that she had 1,000 fucking pieces of the same outfit. To find a black dress,
Ooh,
even though she
gothic
doesn't wear
Amy.
anything else but red. To wear
This is
to
from
the
Sonic
funeral
Runners.
later.
It's our gothic dress from Sonic Runners.
She searched through the wardrobe until she found a long black dress with spaghetti straps
What?
and a choker. It is the fucking dress! It's the exact outfit. It's
Jesus.
Gothic Amy. And black rose on it. She then turned away from her wardrobe and lay back down on her bed. She planned to have a little nap before the funeral.
She doesn't even care.
She stretched and lay her cheek on her folded hands. Soon she fell asleep.
She is a
Okay.
psychopath. She literally is like, you know what? Even though I just killed my fucking best friend, and then made out
That's what
with...
we're going with. That's
I'm just gonna take a
headcanon
nap.
now.
I'm just gonna take a nap. You know, fuck it. I'm a little tired from all of my fucking plotting. I'm just gonna snooze a little. Wait, that's the end of the chapter?
I love that this is what we're going with. This is actually what we're going with, and that's how it should be.
I think we've been reading for about an hour. So what do you think?
Yeah.
Should we continue the story?
Let me. I'm willing to, but I want you to play a
yeah.
video real. Let me find this fucking video. There's this video about traits of a psychopath, and what happens in this video is very similar to what Amy just did. And I think it'd be great if you played it on the stream. There you go, Jesse.
The next chapter is
Screen
pretty
share.
long too.
Be sure
'Cause
to
it's the
screen share
entire
with us so
funeral.
we can see that.
Oh my god.
This video fits what I think Amy did perfectly.
Rules. I never understood them. I always saw them as chains
Are you
binding
gonna
me
screen
down,
share with
holding
us,
me
or-
back against what I really want to do. You're probably thinking,
What is this?
that's why you're sitting in that jail
It's a
cell.
fucking video about a
breaking the
psychopath,
rules.
and I think that's
Yep.
what
And
he
you're
did to
right.
Sally.
Yep.
But you're also wrong. Because unlike most who broke the rules or committed a crime out of passion, money, lust, or hate, I did it because it was fun. You see, I'm what you call a psychopath. What's a psychopath, you may ask? Psychologists have explained it to me 1,000 times. Lack of empathy, superficial charm, manipulation, narcissism, high intelligence. I just laugh. So, an average day then, I tell them. All right, why don't we go back to the day this part of my life began?
This is a good artist.
Listen close.
Oh yeah, I love how they drew
It
this
was
guy. He looks like
9:30
Lex
when I entered the
Luthor.
office that morning in a suit that cost more than some people's cars. I was vice president for one of the biggest companies in the country. In a couple more years, I'd have been at the top. But something was different. Employees weren't at their desks, the phones were left ringing, and something was going on in the middle of the office. And then I heard it. The crying. They looked at me, the familiar mix of fear, admiration, and respect in their eyes. But today it was tainted with a certain grief. They stepped aside, letting me see. It was the pretty blonde from accounting. She was collapsed on the floor in another woman's arms, with her phone lying next to her. She's still having trouble coping with her loss, sir. the secretary
Oh
whispered.
god, I know where this
It's
is
been
going.
3 days, and she's been unable to sleep.
Damn.
Is that so? I answered, barely a hint of emotion. I stared at this woman, moaning and crying and gasping in her own tears, and the crowd that formed around her, every single one of them, pathetic, encouraging this pathetic show.
Yeah.
Pain.
What a bitch.
What was pain? 7.5 billion beating hearts on this planet, and you let yourself cry for a single one? This is what separated me from them, from all of them.
It is
Why
Lex
I'd
Luthor.
always be better. See, I don't let emotions get in the way of what I'm doing. But I played their little game. Order her flowers, I said to my secretary, loud enough for everyone to hear. I walked to the woman, bent down, raised her chin, and held her
Crying
hand,
female.
letting her eyes meet mine. Beautiful. So beautiful, so naive. I'm so sorry for your loss. Why don't you take a month off? Paid. Let yourself breathe.
It's about to get to the best part.
She wrapped her arms around my neck. Oh, her damn spit, snot, and tears soaking into my suit. Oh, thank you so much, sir. Thank you, thank you. The crowd around me stirred, muttering and speaking of my generosity. He's so sweet. He's so generous. He's so handsome. Their eyes flashed, some even with affection and lust. I made notes of those worth my time. But already I was thinking, perhaps this blonde would need company tonight.
Oh, yeah.
How easy it would be.
Oh, yeah.
I spent the
This
rest
is
of
where
the
it
day in a
gets
board
into
meeting.
Amy.
Too long, too pointless. They didn't understand my plans, moving operations overseas to cut costs. Why? They were small and ambitionless. They didn't see our growth, our potential. They never did. Without me, none of them would have had a job. But by the end of the day, they were all eating out of my hand. The idiots were convinced. It was as good a day as it could have been, being surrounded by all these useless people, until the police kicked in the door, guns drawn. Everyone raised their hands. Some screamed. Me? I just listened. Listened as they called my name, followed by, "You're under arrest for the murder of Mr. What was it? No, I don't remember his name, but I remember his face. I remember the way he choked in my hands, how he begged for his life. I remember the moment when that last sliver of life clicked out of his body.
He killed her
It was
husband.
fun. The adrenaline, the excitement, the mystery.
I like that
I
face.
felt alive, like I was king.
Mm.
Why did I kill him? Maybe I thought someone that fat and stupid didn't deserve a wife as pretty as the blonde from accounting.
Yeah, she is.
Maybe I hated his face, his clothes, his cheap car. Or maybe I was just bored. Bored, impulsive, and slightly
This
reckless.
is 100%
with a
what I
single
think
fingerprint
Amy did.
revealing my identity.
Oh man.
Do I regret it? Nah. I was born this way. 7.4 billion people living on this
Telling you, is what Amy.
1%
This is
psychopaths.
Amy.
Out of every 100 people you'll ever meet, one will be like me, a psychopath. We don't all kill, and in fact, I didn't have to. But in a cat and mouse world, we're always the cat. Some lie, some manipulate, some rob, some con, and some hurt. Hurt more than they'll ever realize, because there's one thing we all share in common deep inside. You see, none of us really feel. And believe me, I've met them all. And so have you. But 5 years later, hey, none of it matters anymore.
Okay.
That's all
You'd
we
think
need
they
to
wouldn't release a
see.
psychopath so soon.
Yeah.
That's
But with
really
power
what
and
I
money,
think Amy
hey,
did. I
anything's
think
possible.
Amy fucking jealous, and she fucking killed Sally.
She just killed her because she could. She's like, oh yeah, I want to get with that
She
Sonic.
wanted fucking Sonic, and she made her move like idiot.
Ew.
I couldn't help but think of that fucking video when I fucking saw that. I'm like, come on, that's Amy.
So do you guys want to? Do you guys want to do another stream on this one sometime? This story.
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
I wonder what happens in
Just
chapter 5.
to get more and more pissed
The
off at
funeral.
Amy at this point. God.
There's 21 chapters, and I think we could do about 4 in an hour. So that's about 5
Yeah.
parts.
The next chapter is pretty long though. It has a lot of songs and poems. I looked ahead, so.
Oh God. Well, we don't have to read all the
You're
parts.
But it's emotional though. So if you guys want to.
Well, I
Try to
hate
get
how
into it.
seriously the author is treating Sally's death. Meanwhile, fucking Amy did the ultimate disrespect to her.
I know.
And we're supposed to like fucking sympathize and relate with Amy because like she wanted to wait. She really did.
Amy. Oh hey Amy, what's up,
The
girl?
chaotics need to be on the case. We need to hire Vector. He'll solve Sally's murder.
Holy fuck, dude. This person's wrote a
No,
lot
we
of stories.
wouldn't.
Quickly, we need to figure out who killed the princess.
I was trying to find the chapter so I could read the description because it's just like the way they write it. It's like Sally dies, but Amy. It's like they immediately go into
But
Amy.
Amy.
Yeah.
Hey, Amy, I noticed you're
Well,
not.
I read a
deceased.
little bit ahead, and it's yeah. I think Dylan's gonna have a fucking rage.
Oh,
fest
we
later on.
have
It's
to
gonna
do
be
it then.
really bad.
What?
I just fucking hate the disrespect. I like.
Oh my God. Sonic the Hedgehog's Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula retold with
I
Sonic
wanna
the
read
Hedgehog
that!
by the same artist. The same
Oh?
fucking author. Sonic the Hedgehog's
I wanna read
Dracula.
that. I want to read that so bad. I want to.
Here we go. This is what the description. After the tragic death of Sally Acorn, Sonic feels so lonely and grief-stricken, he feels he can't go on. But will a certain pink hedgehog change his mind?
There's some pink fur on the ground where Sally died.
No,
Vector's
no!
figuring it out. Fucking Vector's picking up the fucking evidence. All of a sudden, you
It can't be Amy.
It's Joey.
It's
can't
Espio. Espio, it's you, dude. I'm a fucking lizard. I don't have any
We need
fur.
to have-
It was you.
We need to do like a full-on parody where Amy straight up did murder Sally. Like the Death Note music starts fucking playing.
Oh, God damn.
So we're done, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Alcoholic.
All right, see you guys next time when we
Amy's
come
in a
back.
Amy's in a room with Vector. She's like, I am the killer. And Vector's like, no!